Men who were abused as children by a teacher at the Fettes College in Edinburgh in the late 70s have now been told that their abuser will not be prosecuted. The men say they were physically and sexually abused by the teacher, have been told by the Crown Office in the letter it will not attempt to extradite the former teacher from South Africa, adding that the case was likely to have been pursued had the accused lived in Scotland. However, considering the delays and uncertainties caused by the process of attempting to return the man from South Africa due to his age, the legal process there, and delays caused by COVID, they won't be pursuing him. One of the men, who was using the name James, which isn't his real name, said he was told during a phone call with police that the age of the alleged perpetrator was behind the decision. The outcome is that, given his age and given the fact that he lives in South Africa, where I gather there are restrictions applied to historical abuse, it will not be in the public interest to pursue this case and have him extradited to bring him to trial. It would appear to me that the underwritten principle here is that if you are of a certain age and have committed numerous sexual offences in the past, you won't be answerable for your crimes in this country if you live in South Africa. I think it's an absolute disgrace. James said he had spent the past year speaking to the Scottish Child Abuse Inquiry and police about his experiences, a process which had unearthed all sorts of emotions from the past. He said, although the police didn't promise me any kind of outcome, I was led to believe that there was some hope here. I'm gutted, devastated, and really quite furious at the legal system. A letter from the Crown Office and Procurator Fiscal Service to one man said, after careful consideration, a decision has been taken not to prosecute. It stated the extradition process is often long, but in the current global pandemic, delays have become inevitable. In Scotland, we must be satisfied that there is sufficient evidence of the alleged crime and that it is in the public interest to prosecute. If he lived in Scotland, it is likely that both tests would be met in the current case. However, we need to consider the delay to proceedings by the process of seeking to have him returned from South Africa and the uncertainty around it. It concluded that it was not in the public interest to prosecute due to the significant delays incurred in seeking to extradite him during a global pandemic. James said his experience at the school had a significant impact on his life. He said, I've suffered from severe bouts of depression, turning to alcohol in my earlier days, inexplicable rages at times with my family, friends and children. I want anyone that was at Fettes Junior School in the mid-1970s that was abused to come forward and report this to the police. Hopefully, if enough come forward, we can do something through public pressure to bring this man to justice. The spokesperson for the Crown Office and Procurator Fiscal Service said, this has been a complex investigation, and Crown Office and Procurator Fiscal Service appreciates that it has been a difficult time for all of those involved. Officials from the Crown Office and Procurator Fiscal Service have maintained contact with the complainers over the status of the case. In order to protect any potential proceedings and to preserve the rights of the complainers, the Crown will not comment further at this stage. Public interest. I always thought we had the right to face justice when things were done against us as a fundamental right to seek justice for wrongdoings. But maybe that's just the perceived wrongdoings the establishment faces against them, rather than the wrongdoings that we, the public, face. Big thank you to channel supporters, especially these guys. Your support is truly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, as I know many of you will. And until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police and other officials.